Right, so I am Jay from the Placement and International Program Office. So today's initial briefing just basically for me to give you a bit more information about the summer school, what's the next steps, what you need to get ready for, and just information about a lot of things. And we have our Maria here, who is going to be at Seville Summer School the same week as you do. So she will be there for this first week. She will be your main contact in kind of any sort of emergency, for example, or just general questions. I'll give more details about Maria's role, but just giving information that way to have staff accompany students for the first week. So this is the dates for the summer school. So the course date is from the 15th June to the 12th of July. We have a compulsory excursion on 15th June and the 12th of July. So we have students always ask me, why do we have, like, for example, a compulsory activity on the during the weekend? It's because we need to get the summer school days around 28 days for you to be eligible to receive touring money. So if you are touring students, these excursions are both compulsory for you, so you must attend both to be eligible for touring. If you are not aboard for 28 days, then you won't be eligible for touring, and all the money you receive, you need to give that back. So it's very important that you have the dates in your mind. So about the timeline, from the March to April, we have the nomination process, and you need to complete, well, you don't need to complete the form to your summer school, because I asked you to send me your top 2 accommodation preference, and that's basically it. And you can start doing your compulsory safety and well-being aboard meeting video on my placement. So that's one of the requirements on my placement. And from April to May, that'll be the whole pre-departure period, including travel approval Q&A, intercultural workshop for summer school students, and also briefing meetings, today's briefing meetings, and also the travel approval process on my placement. I'll give more details about what is the travel approval process, but it's very important. And finally, we have the summer school final pre-departure event. The dates and the time are to be continued. It's a chance for you to meet each other again one last time before the summer. So the session will be held by Maria, who is going to accompany students for the first week. So that will be also your last chance to ask any kinds of question you may have before you set off. So roughly that will be around May, just during, before or after the exam period. And finally, just departure for Europe. So you need to check the summer school information for exact start dates. And also during the whole briefing meeting today, if you have any question, please just wait until the end, and then I'll be answering you, because I'm recording this session. And yeah, so the course is the tuition fee is 780 euro. But if you are touring students, there's no tuition fee required from you. So CLIC is a language school which is open to the public. Student as a class will be a range of ages and nationalities. You'll be learning Spanish, pretty obvious, and 20 lessons per week. You will do a language test at the beginning to determine which class you will be in. And classes are basically all around 8 to 10 students, and classes take place from 9 a.m. towards 1 p.m. each day, weekday, obviously. And you will cover Spanish language and culture. Again, we have the compulsory excursion on 15th June and 12th of July. So before you set off, CLIC will contact you through email and send over the welcome pack with more details in it. I will be doing the nomination tomorrow, and then once I send over the list, the CLIC will just contact you about more information, for example. So at this stage, probably just need to wait until CLIC contact you. And there will be more opportunity to take part in cultural trips, some might with extra cost. And again, highlight again, please note students who receive touring funding must follow the exact dates and attend both compulsory excursions to be able to receive fundings. Right, your responsibilities. So you are responsible for taking a proactive approach to your summer school. You are expected to pay careful attention to all information given to you by Manchester or the host institute through email, mail, or in the meetings, and act upon any instruction given. You are expected to check your email account regularly and to attend all meetings held. There will be a number of documents for you to review and complete before you go, and you are responsible for keeping track of this and completing them on time. So again, please do check your email regularly and take actions if we require anything from you. Summer school work kind of like very fast paced and everything, there's a quick turnaround of everything. So check your email regularly, submit documents if they are required. And it is very important that you keep in regular contact with me if I'm asking anything from you. If it's been a while since I heard from you, then I might be able to get a bit worried if you still want to be on the program or not. And it's just going to make the process very long, especially when we need to communicate with the partner constantly. And yeah, again, it's very important that you check your university email account regularly, especially that will be the main contact that CLIC will contact you as well. And yeah, so your application. So although you have been nominated to study at Seville, you must still secure a place at CLIC and got confirmation. Since you all should send me the top 2 accommodation preference, so you're all good right now. They will contact you very soon, this week or next week, so about more information. So for your payment, if you need to pay for a tuition fee, for example, or accommodation fee, you might need your passport number because that's kind of a Europe requirement for all the European summer school. And the payment must be made within the deadline. Always double check your email. So once I nominate you, CLIC will contact you, probably ask you to pay for deposit and for accommodation and the tuition fee if there is any need. They will be giving you a deadline. So please do not pay after the deadline. Just always follow the deadline. I know I have students like not very good at following the deadline. So please do check your email regularly and follow the deadline. It's very important to secure a place as well, especially during the summer period accommodation. They need to book the accommodation as well. So health information, very important. So if you already go through a few things requirement on my placement, you might have already seen this document called Travel Health Self-Assessment. So this is very important for all students to do it. So at the end of assessment, it will tell you, do you need a fit to travel certificate from your GP or from the university? So go through that very carefully. If you have any pre-existing health condition or the self-assessment telling you need a fit to travel document, if your condition is not that serious, well manageable, stable, you need to get that fit to travel from your GP first. And then if your health condition is more serious, unstable, and difficult to manage, you might need to inform me, and also you might need a referral to the occupational health team at the university. But again, in that case of you need a fit to travel, we always recommend you to try for your GP first because it's just way faster. It's just a more efficient way for you to get fit to travel before you go. And fit to travel is very important as is kind of evidence to prove that you got that kind of certificate and you can be covered by the insurance. So if you do have pre-existing health conditions, always check, do you need a fit to travel through your GP. And that email address is very important. It's pip.wellbeing@manchester.ac.uk. So for general question about the summer school, always contact me or the Go Aboard at manchester.ac.uk. This email address is for only well-being issue related. So if you have any question about fit to travel, about your health condition, just go to that email address. So for example, if you are registered with us and you want your support plan to be shared with the summer school, you need to contact us through that email address as well. So with your consent, we can get your support plan from us, and then I will pass that support plan to the summer school. But again, there's more information on the briefing document. I'm just covering really just a little bit from the document. If you do have health condition, or even though you don't, but it's still very important, you go through everything about health condition because you're going to a different country. So please do go through the briefing document. It's very important. And yeah, I think that's everything. But again, if you are registered with us and if we do have your support plan in place, it's not guaranteeing that the summer school can provide exactly same support you need because facilities, country, they're all very different. But we will try our best to give you what kind of support that you need. Yeah. Right, so travel approval, this is very important. So what is a travel approval? It's a series of actions, basically it's a process. It's a series of actions and documents you need to complete and sign before you are ready to go. So you need to go through each document on my placement and take actions if necessary. Once you are done, you will need to submit the travel approval request as a final step on my placement, making sure that you have met all the necessary conditions before PIP can grant you travel approval. So on that travel approval request, there will be a few things for you to take, like once you sign a document, I confirm I have already done all the research I need, I have get the medical certificate that I need. So that should be your final step before you set off to that should be your final step to kind of summarize you already ready to go. I have a few students already submit the travel approval request, which I just simply click on receive, because today's meeting is compulsory, so this is part of the travel approval process. So if you click that already, I just on receive it. So remember, you need to take that again once you have checked everything, look through the briefing document and everything. So you can start today, or if you already started, that's fine as well. Start completing next requirement. We are able to always read everything carefully to ensure you are fully informed on all aspects of your summer school. It's recommended you get your travel approval 4 weeks before you leave. But again, if we come to the start date of the summer school, you haven't done it, I always send out like several reminders to inform you that you need to get it done, because you must have your travel approval in order to receive funding and to be covered by university insurance. So basically, all students need to do that, get it done before you set off. We recommend to get your travel approval 4 weeks before you leave, but if your process is more straightforward, there's no, like, for example, medical certificate involved, it's pretty fast, you can get it done. But always read through everything carefully, because we know there's a lot of requirements on my placement. And if you are touring students, the question always ahead is how fast I can receive the money from the tutoring scheme. So that depends on how fast you complete all the document required from you. So basically from two aspects is one, the document required from the tutoring team, and second is the travel approval process. So you must have your travel approval request confirmed to then for the tutoring team to start processing your money. So yeah, so you need to get those two things first to receive the money from the tutoring. But again, I know some students really want to receive the money as soon as possible, but still check everything carefully, read through everything carefully before you sign them. We have the travel approval drop-in, which is online on Thursday, 8th of May. You can find the link through email, which I will send, my colleague will send out when the times come closer, or you can go to the Go of Work website, and we have the whole timetable about the pre-departure session available to you. Some might not be suitable for summer school students, so you just need to go to the travel approval drop-ins, for example. Right. So the insurance. So the University of Manchester insurance only covers you in the location of your summer school. So if you want to undertake any extra travel outside the summer school time, you need extra travel insurance. So the insurance is more like emergency insurance. If you have any pre-existing condition, you need extra insurance suitable for you, then you need to do your own research and to find the insurance that's suitable for you. More information about what is covered, how it's going to be covered by the insurance, you can go to the website, and also you can get more information about the company. You must have your travel approved in order to receive funding and to be covered by university insurance. Right, about GHIC. So this is very important for a student going to a European summer school. If you are ordinary resident in the UK but will be studying or working in an EU country, then you can apply for a free GHIC card. So this is very important. So they can provide kind of service that you need. For example, emergency treatment and visit to A&E, treatment for a long-term or pre-existing medical condition, and routine medical care for pre-existing condition that need monitoring. So there's a document on my placement called GHIC confirmation or something like that. So I know some students already signed it, but please do make sure you have the GHIC in place. We have students in the past who desperately need medical help when they're at a summer school, but they didn't have the GHIC. Then financially they can't be covered by the insurance. It's going to cost a lot, especially if you are foreigner. Sometimes you need to go private, and that's a lot of money. So getting the insurance is very important to receive medical help. And yeah, so if you go to the website, so more information, please see the briefing document. I know it's very long, but please go through it. You can find the link in the briefing document, or here you can directly go to NHS website to see if you're eligible to receive a GHIC or not. Basically, they ask you to answer a few questions, and toward the end, they will tell you if you're eligible to get a GHIC or not. So just do that. Please remember to apply for your GHIC as soon as possible, because it may take some time to arrive and be approved. And if you need any form, for example, or document that required from you, from us, just contact us through the PIC Wellbeing email address. Right, so GHIC is very important, so please do it. It's kind of a thing that you will be covered financially if you need medical help, because it's very important for you. Your safety is very important when you are aboard. Right, so travel arrangement will be your own responsibility. So we won't be traveling together as a big group. So you need to book your own flight, do your own research. It depends on where you're gonna set off as well. But please do not pay for your flight until you have confirmation of acceptance at your summer school and you are in the receipt of your visa if you need one. So I don't think there is a problem if the summer school is going to reject you or not, unless you, for example, you can't really provide the passport number or any kind of document they required from you. Otherwise, you're all good. But I still don't recommend you to book your flights now. It's because a lot of things can happen for the next few months. If there is suddenly turnaround, and you book a flight which is not refundable, then it's a lot of money. So always book flight and pay your money, be carefully and do a lot of thinking. Basically just be cautious when money is involved and health issues is involved. And the Placement and International Program Office is not official immigration advice service, so we don't really have a lot of knowledge about visa and a lot of things. So if you need any kind of information, you need to contact the visa team. If you need a visa, you can always check our Go Aboard website, which you can find the visa team's contact as well. But yeah, just general information about visa. So safety is foreign travel advice. So you need to check out the foreign travel advice for your destination. So that's the official government website. Please pay attention to local safety and travel information in Spain. So that includes thieves, scam, crime, political situations, women's safety, ID, tourism, and trading money. So this is just give you a list about what you need to check, just for your safety reason, and do your research. Always check before you enter country. So summer school deposit, just a little bit highlight that. From this year, we are requiring a value of £50 deposit for successful students accept their places. So once we have the confirmation that you attended summer school, you will have the money refunded. But if you fail, if you withdraw or fail to attend the summer school for any reason other than all the things that listed here, then you won't be able to get your money back. You can you can check the document you signed already on my placement. So, but here just give you a little bit of reminder that we do have deposit, and it won't be refunded if you just simply I don't want to go anymore. So the cancellation policy. So CLIC operates a payment policy whereby 2 weeks tuition fees and accommodation become non-refundable 30 days prior to the start of the program. Any cancellation made after this date will not receive this amount of tuition fee and accommodation fee refunded. So if you are touring students, any students whose summer school tuition fee are paid by the University of Manchester will be personally liable for covering this fee and will need to pay this to the University of Manchester. Cancellation due to force majeure or legally binding reasons such as serious illness or death will be treated on a case-by-case basis. The deposit for the tuition fee and accommodation fee paid to Click is completely non-refundable regardless of the date of cancellation, with the exception of cases of force majeure. Any students whose fees are covered by a University of Manchester bursary will be responsible for remitting this deposit to the University of Manchester in the case of withdrawal. So in short is, if you are a cheering student, because the university paid for your tuition fee, and if you decide you're going to withdraw like 30 days before the summer school starts, then the amount of money that we pay for the summer school, they won't refund us. In this case, you are liable to cover that money. You need to pay the money to the University of Manchester. But obviously, if there's due to some really serious reason, it's going to be a case-by-case basis. So deposit for tuition fee, accommodation fee is completely non-refundable anyway. So once the Click asks you to pay for the money, once you pay that, then you won't get that refunded. So just be cautious making a decision, pay for your money, and here's just a reminder about the cancellation policy that you're liable to pay for the money if you decide you want to withdraw. So the tutoring scheme, so students who meet the eligibility criteria should be already contacted about the summer school, be contacted by the tutoring team. And if you haven't heard anything back from the tutoring scheme, then that means you're not eligible. If you need any reasons or how much money you can receive, please do contact the tutoring scheme because they have their own process and document which we are not very familiar of. So always check with them if you have any funding related problem. Please note, students from this year, students may only receive tutoring scheme funding for a maximum of one summer school, which means if you attended summer school last year, then you are not eligible to receive money again this year. So this is for us to give more chances to all students who haven't been to a summer school, just a bit fair chance for everyone. And again, you would need to complete required document to receive fundings, like I mentioned before about the tuition scheme document and also the travel approval documents. So about the accommodation, you should already send me your top 2 accommodation preference. But again, here just to remind you the options and the cost. They do offer extra nights, so if you want to arrive 1 day or 2 days, or 1 day or 2 days after the summer program, you can do that as well. But obviously, you need to pay extra for it. Right. And this is the accommodation dates, which is from the Saturday to the Sunday. It's very important you do your own research. Since you already sent me your top 2 preferences, I would assume that you already done your research about what kind of accommodation you want. So this doesn't mean you will definitely get this accommodation. It's just for Click to prepare numbers and then try to arrange everybody based on your preference. So if you want to go over it again, you want to see the accommodation in Seville, it's on my placement brochure and their website. They will contact you directly this or next week about more information. So always remember to check the deadline in that email. So if you have any question about accommodation, kind of click directly, as they own the accommodation. We don't really have much of information about what exactly the accommodation is. But Eva from Click is very helpful, so once you send her emails, she's very happy to answer your questions. So staff company. Like I mentioned before, we have Maria here who will going to be at the summer school for the first week. So she will be holding the final pre-departure session before you are ready to go. She will set up a WhatsApp group chat to communicate with students only for the pre-departure and the first week of the summer school, so only during that period. So we won't have that group chat right now. She will be able to provide welfare support for students while Maria is at the summer school. She will be able to provide a daily drop-in when she is at the summer school, and she will be your main contact with UM while she is at the summer school. So this is just based while she at the summer school for the first week. So when she left the summer school, if you need to contact the University of Manchester, you still need to email us, or Eva at the Click or any staff from the Click will be your main contact if you definitely need some help. Here is some local emergency contact numbers, so always remember to save these numbers. And yeah. So you should already receive the email for this, but we are having an intercultural workshop. So this is a free workshop, help you make the most out of your upcoming summer school. This is focusing on an intercultural awareness and the communication skills that will boost your employability, will also support you to fully benefit from international adventure. So places are very limited to the first 25 people. So register now for one of the sessions below before they're fully booked. Tea, coffee, and cake will be provided. This is the date and the time. If you have seen that email, you can find the link to register, and then you will receive the more information about location and when the times come closer. Right, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. But again, this is our main website, go.manchester.ac.uk. You can find all the information about insurance, about pre-departure session, travel approval, all available on the website. And if you want to go over some, for example, the accommodation or dates or general information from Click, always go to my placement brochure because we have a lot of information there. That's our Instagram account, and we have our blog website, which contributes to our students who have been doing 1 year semester exchange. We have our student volunteer here who been to Seville summer school. So if you have any questions specific about accommodation, local area, then he will be happy to answer your questions. And the rest of the time, for let's say half an hour, it's just free time for you to talk to each other because you're going to the same summer school. And if you have any question for me right now, I'm happy to answer. Otherwise, you're just free to go. And for my email as well.